Hello everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Lord of the Rings online Let's Play, and we are back with Baradbeam, and I am ready to play some Lord of the Rings online. I got really happy about Lord of the Rings again over the break, because my mom and I did a Lord of the Rings marathon for New Year's Eve. That was our New Year's Eve, so it was fun. Cordon. We're talking to Cordon. Cordon is a Tilling Nedule. Right here. But yeah, we watched all of Lord of the Rings. Not The Hobbit or anything. We watched all 3 movies. Be up one more? Not down, is he? No, he must be up one more. We watched all 3 movies, extended editions, back to back. We made a bunch of hors d'oeuvres, and ate way too much, and it was fun. It was very fun. It's been quite a few years since I saw them too, so it was fun to watch them.
And I would refuse her nothing.
Fix the volume here real quick for on my end. Okay, lady has spoken to me about this Baradbeam, and I would refuse her nothing, but there's another reason I would help you. Cordon looks at you, his eyes shining with a curious look of gratitude. You were a friend to my sister Sigilith in Mirkwood, when the Hidden Guard and Golden Host journeyed to the fastness of Dol Guldur. You fought alongside Sigilith. How many times did you save her life? Was she yours? I do not know, but I am certain it was more than once. I wish that the tides of fate had swept the 2 of you together during the final assault on the tower, rather than apart. For had the 2 of you been together on the stairs, perhaps she would have returned from Mirkwood. But it was not to be. That is the way of things. I would be honored to accompany you south along the Anduin. Sigilith's friends are mine as well. We will need supplies, boats and lembas and paddles. Speak to Bordrist and Fanglef about acquiring such things as we will need. Bordrist will be on Tilling Galadrim. Fanglef will be near the surrounding hedge beneath Tilling Glorloth, not far from the entrance to Karis Gladden. Okay. I gotta remember Sigilith. I think she was the one that... Is she the one that got stabbed? I don't remember. Oh, wrong one. Okay. We go this way, I think. Will take us there. Hopefully. Excuse me. But yeah, my mom and I watched all of Lord of the Rings. They were as good as I remember. And I immediately just, as soon as the first one came on, I was like, I really want to play Lord of the Rings online now. Let me go down here. Can't see anything. Alright, you are someone I need. Help?
The Lady Galadriel is wise to send Corydon as your guide.
You need a boat for navigating the Anduin. Yes, I will provide one, and paddles besides. How many will be going with you? You tell Fanglef the composition of your party, and she nods. The Lady Galadriel is wise to send Cordon with you. He is called the River Walker, you know, and it is a name truly given. He knows the lands on either side of Anduin better than any elf I know. His sister Sigilith perished in Dol Guldur. We were not close, she and I, for she had a temper unlike anyone else, and to me she was always sharp and stern. It is a shame what happened to her, even so. I am certain she did great damage to her enemies before she fell, and that must be a consolation to Corydon in his grief. The boat and the paddles will be ready when the time comes for your departure, Baradbeam. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the episodes and see if I can remember Sigilith. Alright, and the other person was up from here. Is there... Oh, this thing. Oh, oh. Why do they make it so narrow at some points? Here, you.
I will give you enough lembas and other foodstuffs for 2 weeks.
You are preparing for a journey down the Anduin. You have come to the correct elf, Baradbeam. I will supply you with enough lembas and other goods to make such a journey comfortably. Traveling by boat will require you to disembark occasionally. There is a portage way you will need to take around the rapids of Sarn Geber. Do not be so foolish as to traverse those in the boats. And of course, you will need to beach them before you reach the falls of Raros. It is a long climb down the cliff face, but I have heard there is a way that was used of old. I will give you enough lembas and other foodstuffs for 2 weeks. Coradon can cover that distance in 5 or 6 days. That should suffice. Namare. You? Alright. Get back down. Oh. You know what other movie we saw day after Christmas? We went and saw the new Avatar movie. It was good. Long. Oh, I was like, what in the world was that? A player! Oh, are you? I'm gonna follow you, kneecap. Where is he? You discovered Killerlin. Company's pavilion. Interesting. Alright, where? Oh, back up here. That's right. It was up too. Alright, Coradon.
The last time I traveled south, orcs were gathering on the river bank.
You've done as I asked. Good. The most important step of a journey occurs before you even leave home. Preparations for your departure. Make sure your weapons are cleaned and ready. The last time I traveled south, which was some weeks ago, orcs were gathering on the far shore of the Anduin. We may need to face them. Unfortunately, I lent my bow to Fimloth at Heldrith on my return from that journey. Perhaps we can stop by her encampment when we depart, and I can recover my bow from her. I will use a spare until then, but there is nothing quite like your own familiar weapons, is there? Sigilith spoke often of her knives, Langhill and Egnasigil, and I feel the same way about my bow, though it has no name. My sister was always better with names. Now you should return to your house of Celeborn and speak with your Dunlingding friend. Tell her we are almost ready to leave. Okay. Typical MMO quest right here. Just running around. Dang it. I really need to put a spell there that I don't use a lot, and I'm trying to get the deed for. Cause that's I feel like I had the horse on that at one point. But then things changed when I got the new computer, I think is what happened. Okay, where? It's up here. Ooh.
Lord Sword is thirsty for more adventure.
I followed you here on the behest of a dream, Baradbeam. I will follow you wherever our road leads. If our adventure ended today, I would already have quite a tale to tell Silvuk on my return. I cannot imagine what awaits us, but it will only add to the record of our deeds. Wadu's sword is thirsty for more adventure as well. If we come across more Easterlings, or their fell ally, as we did in the swamps, I will be more ready than I was last time.
This land of elves is a long way from Enidwaith. A long way from my people.
I'm grateful for the healing arts of Galadriel and her people, and for the lady's willingness for me to see her city. There's something strange about this place, and I must tell you the truth. It is no place for me. I want my feet upon the ground and my foes in front of me. This land of elves is a long way from Enidwaith, a long way from my people. I'm ready to depart, Baradbeam. Perhaps things will feel more familiar to me as we journey south along the river. You'll travel immediately to Haldareth. Okay. Aha.
I lent my favorite bow to Fimloth, and now she has lost it.
Oh, jeez. I'm not pleased about this, Baradbeam. I lent Fimloth my favorite bow to use while I remained in Lothlorien, and now she has lost it. Cordon lowers his voice and turns to his apologetic friend. No, Fimloth, I am not upset. Those orcs were as numerous as you report. You were right to flee. A bow is a bow, and the lives of my friends come first. I will search the woods of Thingglad for the orc that picked it up as you escaped. Are you a mind of join the hunt, Baradbeam? Your Dunlending friend has already agreed to fight the orcs with me as well. Perhaps we can make a game of it. First of us to find my lost bow will be the victor, but I shall be the happiest of all to have the bow back in my hands. Alright. Can I get on my mount? Let's go kill some orcs. Defeat orcs in Thingglad while Nona and Cordon hunt for the bow as well. Orcs. Bear. Okay, so it's all along here. Don't need goats. Don't need bears. Old burrows. Where are all the orcs? Orgs. Am I just not remembering where all these orcs were? I thought they were all over the place here. Here's one. Let's get Vanna out and do the business. Do it a business. Boom. That on. Do. I got one. Oh, there's one right in front of me right here. Duh. Okay, 2. It would help to turn on nameplates, I suppose. But my immersion. Here. The whole orc camp. I would like to get this. Another box over here somewhere, right here. Alright. Head back. I don't think we found the bow. Now we're gonna find orcs all the way back. Yeah. I knew that was gonna happen. Couldn't find them on the way down, but on the way back, my god. They are everywhere. There a coffer out this way? Feed on the map. Right here. Okay.
You did not find the bow. Nona and I did not either.
The orc that seized it must have already left this area. Pity. The spare bow does not fire as accurately as my other did. I am still a deadly shot, Baradbeam. Do not worry on that score. Did you know how dangerous Nona is in combat? I did not think the Dunlingdings were more than barbaric hill-dwelling men, but she is a deadly warrior indeed. I underestimated her. I will not do so again. We are surprised by orcs as we journey further along the Anduin. I will be glad to have her along.
Whatever orc took the bow must have fled the area.
You did not find Coridon's bow? We did not either. He seemed surprised, but I was not. Whatever orc took the bow must have known an elf would come looking for it and fled the area. This orc is lucky it did, for its hunters numbered 3, man, Ukluth, and elf. Flight alone could have saved it. I am sorry Coridon does not have his favorite bow, but I still enjoyed the hunt. You think you can humor me on one count, Baradbeam? I understand we must hurry, but this should not take long.
Let us take a detour to Stungard, so I can thank Horn.
When we were last in this region, I was wounded in the swamp, and you brought me to the nearby outpost of the Horse Lords. I was a wounded enemy to everyone there save one, the Rohirrim man called Horn. He spoke on my behalf, and when you suggested that I be taken to the Elf Woods for healing, you interrupt Nona at this point and tell her that it was actually Horn's idea. A confused look crosses her face. Really? Well, that is one more thing for which I should thank him. And that is what I want, Baradbeam, a brief detour to the outpost of Stangard so I can give him my thanks. Perhaps you can have him meet me here. I do not think I would be welcome once again within their walls. Okay, can we ride the horse to Stangard?
What can I do for you?
Swift travel. I will gladly ride the horse instead of trying to run over there. Dismount. Talk to Aphik.
You were looking for Horn. Good. Take him with you.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's you. Still traveling with unsavory types, are you? Aphik looks you up and down, and the disgust on his face is clear. You're looking for Horn? Good. Take him with you. Take him and be gone. You will find him up the hill. Aww. The music goes hard in this area. So they don't want, they're mad at Horn? I mean, I assumed. Hey, Horn.
How is the Dunlending girl? Did she survive?
I did not think to see you again, Baradbeam. How is the Dunlingding girl? Did she survive? You tell Horn that the healing arts of Galadriel were sufficient, and that Nona has come to Thingglad and wishes to thank him in person or his kind words and actions. Oh, I see. I'm glad. Horn seems conflicted about something, and when you ask him if everything else is alright, he sighs. It seems there is no place for me anymore, Baradbeam. I am no longer welcome in Stanguard. My fellows feel that I have been somehow tainted by stepping foot within the Elfwoods, and by speaking on behalf of a Dunlingdon. Well, they no longer trust me. They want me to leave by sunrise tomorrow. You ask if there is anything you can do to help. Well, I do not have many possessions. If you bring me my harp and my writing supplies, I will be ready to go. My harp is in the tavern, and my writing supplies are in Wada's house, where I have been staying. This Wada's house? Princeton's house. Danric's house. Flyer's home. Vault. Wada's home. Alright, let's grab his writing supplies. And then from the tavern is up there. Oops. Poor Horn. Ow. Right into a house. Is this the tavern? Oh. Come this way. Right here? No. Right here, the tavern. Gosh. No one cares that I'm just taking all this stuff? Horn has a harp and a writing thing. Like, he could be our bard. If you wanted to come with us, I mean. Okay, where the heck? See if I can follow it on the map alone. Whee! Stuck on the rock. Okay. See, I mean, the map is pretty accurate there.
I am not welcome in Stanguard, but where can I go?
Thank you for bringing me these. I am not welcome in Stanguard, but where can I go? By order of Theoden King, I am not to return to Rohan until my term of service in Stanguard is finished. Orn looks uncomfortable. Where are you traveling, Baradbeam? Could you use another companion on the road? I do not wish to intrude, but I believe my place is with you and with the Dunlingdon girl for whom I gave up. Well, it was no life I gave up. I only did what was right, though my fellows failed to see it. You tell Horn that he is welcome to travel with you as far as he will. Thank you, Baradbeam. I owe you a great deal for this. An aimless life would ill suit me. Your goals are now mine, and the dangers you face, I will face as well. Ooh, we're building our own fellowship here, man. Get back to Haldrith. Where's the horse? Right here.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
I can't get to Haldrith from here. Really? Glad. Oh no, Thinglad's what I want. Okay. This one. It's like there ain't no way, man. Did swift travel, right? Yes. Yes, I did. We're stuck. There we go. Ooh, the leg. Okay. Ah, the leg. Come on.
This confirms what I suspected about the Horse Lords. Cruel even to their own.
You tell Nono that Horn has been cast out of Stangard and is no longer welcome there. This confirms all I have ever suspected about the Horse Lords, Baradbeam. They are cruel even to their own, and are not deserving of our sympathies. I will speak with Horn, thank him for his words on my behalf, and give him my sorrow that he has suffered for me. But I will also tell him that he is now better off, and need shed no tears for his lost fellows. We will be ready to leave when Coridon says we should leave. Speak with him when you are ready to go.
Our band of companions grows.
A Dunlington girl, a Rohirrim man, an elf, and a man. It sounds like a joke, does it not? It would be cool. I know it's hard to do this, but it would have been cool if they put our origin here. Because what are we? We are from... Look at Baradbeam, by the way, his real outfit. We are from Gondor. Born in Gondor, yep. And we said a Gondorian man. That would have been cool.
We will still fit in the one boat, but it will not be comfortable.
I do not think we should recruit any more companions, Baradbeam, unless you fancy swimming alongside the boat. Are you ready to continue our journey? Yes. God, the leg is bad today. Beep 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 doo.
Let us go to the boat together.
Let us travel to the let us go to the boat together. I want to have a good seat and a comfortable place to rest my arm as we paddle. Beep beep boop a doop boop a deep.
I have journeyed on the great river often, and know its swirls and eddies like no other elf.
The loud cutscenes was probably picked up by the microphone there.
The river Anduin
Oh,
is as familiar
goodness.
to me as my own shadow, but it
We
is
got
still a
here?
journey of some days. We must stop here for the night.
Alright, that is far enough for today, Baradbeam. Horn has already seen to the fire, so now we may sup and take some rest before the night watch begins. We will leave in the morning at first light. It is not good to travel further south on Anduin at night, unless the need is considerable. The waters become treacherous the nearer you get to Sarn Geber. Join Coridon at the fire. It's a good fire and built quickly, Horn. Thank you, Coridon. The Elf Queen was right to send this guide with us, Baradbeam. I can't hear anything now. Did I ruin my... There we go. Okay. The Elf Queen was right to send this guide with us, Baradbeam. He knows the waters and how to keep a boat afloat, which is more than the daughter of Suvlik knows. Were it up to me, I would lead us south on dry land, with springy turf underfoot and no fear of foundering. Nona lowers her voice, a rare event for the Dunlington woman. The boat is not large enough to keep us from speaking, Baradbeam, but as you saw, the Horse Lord managed to avoid addressing me in any way once we were on the river. If he has a grievance with me, tell him to air it so I may respond appropriately, with words or with Wadu's sword. I have become tired of his ability to look all around him, but not in my direction, whatever direction that happens to be. Does he like her? You are fortunate to have friends among the elves, Baradbeam. I would not want to make this journey without a guide, and Cordon appears to know what he is doing. But it is not seemly for a man of Rohan to mingle with elves, as you saw in Standgard. Of his kind, my people have little to say but this, long-lived and dangerous. They have more to say of the folk of Dunland, but none of it is kind, and I will not disturb the girl's ears with any of it. I regret Nona's ill welcome at Standgard when she had need, though I understand its root. Her people and mine have a long and unhappy history. I have no quarrel with her personally, but our shared friends and duties make us allies, nothing more than that. We have some time before we should begin the night watches, Baradbeam. Would you find some tale-telling agreeable? I find that the weaving of a good story among companions around a fire can be a pleasant way to pass the time. Have a seat and listen, Baradbeam. I will begin, and perhaps our companions will have a tale to share as well. I grew up in the Golden Wood, and I spent most of my time exploring the wilderness. My sister Sigilith stayed in Lothlorien for long years, but not in idleness. My skill was with the bow, but hers was with knives. She made them herself, and each was deadlier than the last. I returned from a journey once convinced I had become the greatest of archers. Is that so? I wager you cannot hit this wooden target from 50 paces, said Sigilith. I accepted and strode 50 paces. When I turned to fire, I saw that my sister was right. She had hewn the target at its base, and it had fallen into the grass. We laughed and laughed. That is my tale. Do you have one to share, Baradbeam? I will speak. Lords of Eisen, Dolgaldor. Speak of Angmar. I would be pleased to hear this tale if you wish to tell it, and I am sure our companions would be as well. Angmar of old was a place of great evil, and to combat its return is no small thing. I am sure the deeds of which you might speak were mighty. Speak of the part you played standing against the shadows of Angmar. My power flows through— oh, look! They're here! After a time, you come to the end of your story. I shall go next. My tale concerns King Fingal of Rohan, the grandfather of Theoden King. It's a sad tale given the happenings of late, but you may find it interesting. King Fingal came to the throne when he was very young, and he ruled for 50 years. Though long his rule was ill-starred, he was prone to greed and made many enemies. In the last winter of his reign, he was hunting north in the Entwade on a cold afternoon. An elderly woman stumbled into his camp. She was lost and hungry. A scrap of bread, if you please, my mighty lord. I am lost and cold and hungry. Who are you, crone, to beg from the crown? If you seek warm food in your belly, find some churl whose bed lies unwarmed. Oh, dang. Or find some game and kill it yourself. King Fingal threw his own dagger at her feet and sent her away into the dark night. This is the kindness of the horse lords, is it? Orn did say that Fingal was a foolish king. He did say that, and I say he spoke true, but it does not seem an uncommon trait among the horse lords. The king's men were horrified, and they searched for the woman. They found her at dawn, frozen to death at the foot of a tall boulder, the king's dagger still in her hand. She had carved a curse into the face of the stone, along with her name, Wergend. This is what she had carved into the stone. Feckless Fingal, fool I name thee, grief shall be the get of thy greed. No lord of your line shall long live, upon the seat no son shall settle. Kin and kingdom your craving hath killed, until the might of the mark is mended. Wergund. Horn sighs heavily and continues. King Fengel was furious, and he ordered Wergund's body burned and the stone destroyed, but no man of his company could move her, and every hammer and mattock they set to the stone shattered on contact. King Fengel himself assailed the stone with his sword until the blade shattered, and a shard pierced his thigh. The wound festered, and King Fengel died of poisoned blood on the first day of spring. Dang. Many in Rohan thought the curse was ended, but now that Prince Theodred is gone, well, that is the end of the tale for now. I do not have the flowery words or turns of phrase that Corydon and this man Horn have, Baradbeam. I write my tale in the hide of the enemies with Wadu's sword as my quill. I have no story to tell. Everyone has a story, Nona. What is the origin of the sword you bear? The horse motif is not of your people. The sword came to my brother Wadu. He used it to slay a great beast. What was this beast? A large animal of some kind? A bear? It was a Gwyber, the mighty dragon spawn of the mountains. Can it be? I know of no such creature. There is much about my land and people you do not know. That may be, Nona. I'm sorry if I have offended you. Your brother must have been a great man to defeat such a foe. He was. Aww. I think that is enough tail spinning for one night, Baradbeam. I will take the first watch and I will wake you when it is your turn. We will set out again at first light. That was cool.
Behold, the
Sorry,
Argonaut,
it's gonna...
the pillars of the kings.
Oh, cool. The cutscenes are so loud, like I have my speakers on, so I apologize for that. Oh, that is so... You guys, we're still in Fellowship of the Ring. I realized that as we were watching the movie. I was like, we're still in the first book. Back to Horn. Wait, where? Up there. There's orcs all around here, man. Mordor Orc Skirmisher.
They are not my kings, but there is still something majestic about the twin statues.
Of the Argonath. Many songs have been sung about the men of whose likenesses they are carved, and I know most of them by heart. I will not sing them now. There is too much we must do here.
Friends of yours came this way. Friends bearing a burden of some malice.
Horn speaks quietly, for what he has to say is meant for your ears alone. You spoke of a great many things on the boat, and I do not begrudge you for speaking in generalities, but you told me enough to know your errand here is important. Friends of yours came this way, friends bearing a burden of some malice. Whatever they carried, it was sought by orcs, and perhaps others as well. We need to find what happened to these friends of yours, and if their burden has been lost. Horn raises his voice to include the Rohirrim man standing nearby. This man saw our boat drifting down the river and hailed me from the shore. His name is Framerick, and he has come with a party of Rohirrim from the Wold. I would have us help his people if they desire our help. But first, we must prepare our own camp. Speak with Nona and Corydon for their thoughts, and then collect sticks for a fire. I will do the same. Crumpets! Hey, Nona.
I do not trust this Framric, but Horn wants us to help him.
I do not trust this Framric. I do not like the way he looks at me from out of his eye's corner. If he is not careful, I will teach him the way of my people with Wadu's sword. But Horn wants us to help him. I do not understand his loyalty to the Horse Lords. They cast him out. He should hate them for that. I will not impose my beliefs upon him, but I do not understand his.
The Lady Galadriel entrusted me with knowledge of our true mission.
You spoke in general terms on the boat to Horn and Nona, but I know why we are really here, Baradbeam. The Lady Galadriel entrusted me with knowledge of our true mission. I will not betray that trust. While we are here in the East Wall, I think it is fine for us to help Framric's people. That is clearly what Horn desires. But we must also keep alert for signs of our mutual friends. They came to this land, that we know. What happened to them then? That is a mystery, and it is one we must find the answer to, and then help them if we can. But first, Horn is right. We need to gather sticks to make a campfire, or we will have a cold night. What do you need?
I need your help if you can aid me.
No. I was going to, but... An Uruk archer. The Urukai. Alright, where are all the sticks? We're hound, huh? Sticks. Yeah, as we were watching the movies on New Year's Eve, I literally was watching Fellowship of the Ring. And I was like, what are we, 160 some episodes into playing Lord of the Rings online? And we're still on Fellowship of the Ring. It was good. It made me, gave me a chuckle there. I got 2 sticks. Where are the rest of the sticks? Lol. I see. I think that's some right there. Food. Stickies. You stick up here. Right here. And let's kill this archer. He's too close for comfort. Grab the stick. Is my bag really full? Oh my god. How the heck did we get this full? Oh, there's some. I pre-ordered, I guess it's not pre-order anymore. I ordered, Before the Shadow. So we have some stuff in there. Alright, let's talk to Horn.
You found some. Good. Now remove the supplies from the boat.
You found enough sticks for our fire? Good. I will combine these with the ones Nona and Corden have found, and we will soon have a decent campfire. Will you remove the supplies from the boat so we can assess what we have left? Fire. Boat. I will take... Bowls of Skirly. I don't have enough room. Shit. should do it. Ooh, and we got this we could get rid of. Finish? Alright. There's enough supplies for a short stay, and you divide them amongst the rest of your companions. Talk to Corridon again. Okay, I think we will do that, but we're gonna do that in the next episode. So, we're getting ready to set up camp. Might be a cliffhanger, I'm not sure, but we'll go ahead and we'll end the episode here, and when we come back, we'll continue on right where we left off. So guys, I want to thank you so much for all of your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Lord of the Rings online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.